So maybe you're sat on the other side of the screen because something in your world has been touched by dementia. Possibly like me, you have a diagnosis yourself, and you're just trawling the internet and YouTubing that for help and answers, I guess, just like I did a few years ago. You could be a carer, a supporter, or even a loved one whose partner or friends have got the diagnosis. You could be a work colleague maybe, or just a friend. It doesn't really matter, you're here, so I'll crack on. So dementia is a bad thing, yeah, so before we start, and there's not a single person on the planet can say otherwise, really. It's just such a bad thing, and we all wish it didn't exist, including everyone who journeys with it and everyone close to the person who lives with the diagnosis. I journey with it, and my family and wife live with it by being with me. But once you've accepted its presence and acknowledge its likely growing influence it's going to have on your days, my days, then we can start making the journey, however long that might be, as comfortable as it can be for not just us, but for the people that live with the dementia, like our family and loved ones and husbands, wives, and yeah. So first of all, I want to ask you a question. It's a sunny day, you wake up in the morning, you look out your window, and in horror you discover that your neighbour again is parked halfway across your driveway. So how does that make you feel? My attitude probably would be the same as yours, and I have to add at this point. And so, how would you grade your anger at that point? 6 or 7 maybe out of 10. Mine might be the same. But if this is maybe the 8th time it's happened in a week or a month or something, and a neighbour constantly does it, then your anger might even be at 8 or 9 even, maybe. So you've started your day angry, and there's in your mind nobody or nothing can get in the way of that anger, and you're determined to have a sad, unhappy day, because this jerk next door is parked halfway over your drive, and that's it. And you picture your neighbour smiling and laughing or whatever, uncaring basically, and inside there's a tiny part of you who wants his car just to burst into flames and drive all the way off the end of the pier. So then your wife wakes up, or partner or whatever, or somebody in the house says, just reminds you that you've left the toilet seat up again, and the pile of clothes by the bed is still not been sorted or put into the washing basket. And oh, by the way, did you want to go to the beach and have a picnic? No, I don't want to go onto the beach and have a picnic, thank you. So maybe go back a few seconds, count to 10 or 5 if you're impatient like me, and think to yourself, well, maybe the chap's forgot again. He might have issues with his memory, and maybe he has done it, but there's maybe some issue with his own health, like he might be ill somewhere, and then you have to think, well, I don't actually own a street, it's just blocking me from getting out if I wanted to get out, but I don't need to go out just at the moment anyway. Might have to go out later on. But I think what I'm trying to say is that the decision to be happy or not when you wake up is entirely yours. You can allow it or let other people's actions to make you sad or take away your happiness, or you can refuse to let other people's actions interfere with it being a happy day for you. Me, I wake up in the morning and I thank that I've got another day on this world. I can help people. You decide to have a happy day, so you pack all that away and you get all your picnic sandwiches and all that made up and pack it all into the cool box, and then it rains. You hear all the rain coming down on the conservatory roof and on your window pane. And again, you have to ask yourself the same question. Now, this is a huge thing, especially to people with memory issues, you know. It might be a massive thing, this raining, when you've decided to go and sit on a beach and have a picnic. Like, you know, that might be an awful thing to think about. So after the car thing, and now it's raining, and, you know, should you go on a picnic or not? I mean, how's your anger now? Where's that? Is it, how far as your bar raise? Is it 8 or 9 now? Well, here's the thing. What I probably would do at the moment in my life now, knowing me, is probably to grab hold of my 8 or 9 bar, pick it up, pick my raincoat up, pick our raincoats up, get a sandwich box, put it in the car and drive to the beach, you know. So it's raining, like, you know, throw the bar in the ocean. Get rid of that, because the Mr Dementia is a bit like your neighbour's car parking ability or not, and it's also a bit like the rainy day, you know. The dementia's a bit like a rainy day on your life, you know. So you put on your coat, park out somewhere so you can see the ocean, put your coat on and go out there and dance in the rain. I'm not trying to make less of how devastating dementia is in any way. It's very real, and it's unfortunately is here to stay at the moment with us, but it's still us is in charge of our day and our journey, you know, and ultimately our own happiness, I suppose, what we make of our day. For me, I'm still driving my day at the moment, although Mr Dementia does reach over and grab hold of the steering wheel now and again, jiggles me around a little bit, and then my family's behind me sat in the back seat, so they get jiggled around as well. And I know that one day in the future, way off into the future, that Mr Dementia's gonna grab the wheel permanently from me, and I'm going to be the passenger in his day, and I'm just going to have to go wherever the dementia drives me, but that's not today. Not today.